At least we got a few questions out of the way. Alright, that's what this is Sullivan asking my latest review on Sailor Moon Crystal episode 10 and Moon. And apparently you get to know that apparently they go to the moon. I'm not gonna say how, but they go to the moon and they get to review information, like, you know, for example, it's at least been a few weeks since what happened with the battle, after it was revealed that Usagi is the princess and that Sailor Venus, aka Sailor V, was standing a stand and, you know, keep the real secret from hiding, you know. You have to know the truth. They go to the moon. Apparently it was revealed by someone who was actually there, someone who was there during the fighting. Queen Serenity, Princess Serenity's mother. Like, you know, she was Usagi's mother in a previous life, and she gets revealed. Almost all the time, Princess Serenity will always sneak off to Earth, to see her lover, Prince Endymion. You know, she would sneak off, you know, because they fell in love. Even though she was from the Moon Kingdom, on the Silver Millennium. He was from Earth. He was a prince of Earth, but it was, you know, sort of forbidden. But they didn't care. They cared about their love over everything else. And the other Sailor Guardians, they were all there because they were her guardians. Like, they were her bodyguards. They would even follow Princess Serenity to Earth when she would see Endymion, and they would knew that she would sneak off, and then knowing that she would know she was a princess, she wasn't supposed to do that. So, you know, rule breaking. But then this force came out of nowhere. Some dark, evil presence took hold on the Earth to try to take everything and make the Earth its realm. And turn everyone evil, and it waged war on not just everyone else, but the Moon Kingdom as well. But to the point where Endymion they had no choice but to fight. And for example, there was Endymion. He was involved in the conflict to the point where he was struck down and lost his life. And shortly after that, because of the loss of the man she loved, then Princess Serenity lost her life as well. I'm not going to say how, but you're going to have to find out for yourself. So, You can pretty much guess what I'm saying, yeah. So basically, they both lost their lives in the fighting, and they both died knowing that they were loved by the other. So this is really a case with those two. It's a case of undying love. You know, like from the original Sailor Moon concept, it's the same but a little different. You know, you get my point. For example, after what happened with Endymion and Princess Serenity, Queen Serenity used the legendary Super Crystal to banish this evil from their world. And they did so, but as a result, it cost her a great personal price because the Silver Millennium was turned to stone, and she later lost her former form and was banished from the physical plane. So she won the battle, but it came at a great personal cost. She lost everything: her kingdom, her home, her people, her daughter. That's kind of hard for a person to kind of feel, but you all understand, right? But it was eventually that she sent Artemis and Luna to Earth to find the others, so when they're reborn, they have the power to rebuild the kingdom and to stop this evil force from rising once again. I'm guessing this evil force, speaking of, is Metalia. I mean, we all know that Queen Belle answers to this semi-evil force that seems to be more badass than she is. But you all know that. We all know that. I mean, you guys have been paying attention, have you? I mean, you guys know that. Hold on. Now. Sorry about that. Oh, battery. God, I need a new charger or a new computer. I'd be happy to have both. But you get my point. The battle was so climactic. They lost everything, and now they're all reborn again. So basically, the hope and the future of their kingdom and their world rests on the shoulders of these 5 girls. But there was a reason they were all reborn. They hold key and hope for the future. So basically, it's all on their shoulders. But you all have to understand, these girls, even though they are Sailor Guardians, they are all girls who they didn't know about this. They had their memories sealed away. But knowing this, at first it's very hard, but knowing these girls, how brave they are, they're willing to step up, knowing that they're willing to fight. Also, it's revealed that the legendary silver crystal, it's also powered by Usagi's heart. And her feelings for saving Mamo and Dinion, aka Mamo, from death is what gave it its light and its power. Even though it's not, no, you can't see the light right now, but the truth is, she did her best. She did her best. She did her best. She used that power to bring Mamo alive, and the fact that he's still alive, that means there's still a chance. And she wants to see him. The truth is, even though, in the beginning she was to see him happy, because she still misses him. There's still a part of her that's crying out for him. And what do you expect if she loves him with all her heart? So they still have hope, even after the enemy comes back, and after everything that she's going through, after suffering all these fights, she knows that she still has hope. And her mother, Queen Serenity, knows that there was a reason why she was reborn. And that reason is for her to find. So, yeah, our mother's love and wisdom. They always have to help their little girl out trouble. The same thing with us boys and dads. You all get the point. Helpful parents and stuff. Also, it's revealed that Natalia has to make sure that Queen Belle has to make sure that she has to get her soldiers under complete control. For example, their soldiers are starting to remember everything. For example, those cruise knights, Nephilites, and Soysite, they're all remembering that they were all not just humans, they were all knights indebted to their service to Prince Endymion. I mean, it's changing the story a little bit, but we all know that this is basically a reboot of the original Sailor Moon story. Sailor Moon Crystal for the new millennium. I like the story, but you all have to understand that this is just, a new spin on an old classic, and that these people didn't just hang with Endymion, they all fell in love. Damn, this whole series is all about love. I mean, we got that from the original Sailor Moon, teenage girls trying to struggle with love, and then they all become this kid-butt superhero, Same concept, but it was just a little twist. You don't want to keep it exactly the same. I mean, hell, they did the same thing with other anime. For example, Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate. We all know about Hellsing, but that sucked out so much ass. Hellsing Ultimate kicks his ass so hard it needs a new ass to sit on chairs. So, you all get the point. Alright, they just changed the story. But know this, that now they know the truth, and now they know what to do, they now know it's going to be even harder for them to try. Alright, and defeat their enemies. And Mamo, knowing that Mamo, aka Endymion, is still alive, Usagi is still not giving up on him. But knowing Queen Belle, she has plans to use him against her. The biggest thing about Usagi, she may have a lot of strength, but her biggest weakness is her heart. Alright, and that heart can be taken away and crushed just as very easily if she is not careful. And knowing Queen Belle, she isn't afraid to stomp on that heart with all her force. Alright, what do you think of this episode? I put the link down in the description. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And what do you think? See it for yourself. I know I kept some stuff up. I'm trying to keep this as minimal as possible without revealing too much. But you all know the truth. But you all know what I say is the truth. Well, the story is true. The story is trying to be as comparable as it be. But you all have to understand that everything has a reason. You're just going to have to wait. Hope you enjoyed this part of the Sailor Moon Crystal episode 10. Hope you enjoyed this part of the car. Subscribe. Signing off.